What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back, greening out Gridiron, episode 13 coming at you. Today we're going to be talking about the NFC West, a continuation of our division series. Go around, introduce everybody. I'm Garrett. We got Chris. Say what up, Chris.
What's poppin'?
We got Hart over there. Say what up, Hart.
What's good?
We got Walsh, Stack Guy over there. Say what up. We got Jay over here. Say what up, Jay.
What's up?
Laying down like this is therapy.
All right, getting right into it here. We got the Cardinals today, the Rams, the Niners, and the Seahawks. Which one do we want to dive into first?
Let's do the Cardinals.
Cardinals?
Screw it.
Fuck it.
So they had the first overall pick this year, and they got Kyler Murray.
What?
But when they already had, what's his name?
Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen.
No way. They had a rookie quarterback.
That they drafted in the previous draft.
Yeah, they drafted
2018.
So then they traded him after a year.
Yes.
To who?
The Dolphins. For like a 5th round pick?
No, it was a second.
It was for a second.
Really? Was it a second?
I was trying to do the bit, but you're just wrong, so I had to correct you.
That was a great pick, by the way.
That was terrible. Everything about it.
Not every bit can be a gem. I'm very tired. I'm laying down. Shut up.
All right. Yeah.
So with the addition of Kyler Murray, how does it affect the Cardinals offense, especially with David Johnson? What do you think is going to happen out of there?
I personally love it. I think Kyler Murray is just going to be a playmaker, like rookie season RG3. So he's just going to be able to create plays out of his legs. And then, like, that just opens up space for David Johnson. And that I just love. Like, the two best players on that team just running the offense, that's going to be really fun to watch.
Right.
Very electric.
Yeah, I just think
say.
the passing options are rough.
You know, we've got Larry Fitz, and, like,
Who's 80?
that guy's got glue for fingers, man. Glue.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
He had
He's
a
the
rough
goat.
year last year, though.
I mean, it was a weird year for them to begin with. The offense wasn't very successful.
Yeah, it was definitely rough last year.
I mean, the Cardinals are just never good. So I can't see.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like an organizational issue at this point because they've had so many good players and so many coaches in there, and none of them have ever been able to do anything with the team. So I have absolutely no faith in the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray will be, even if he does amazing, the team's just going to suck anyway.
No, I think David Johnson will step up.
DJ had a great year the year before he broke his arm, and they did absolutely nothing.
Exactly. And I think they're going to do better this year than they did last year, and David Johnson's just going to be a stud. This is, like, more likely for the 1,000 season.
For DJ?
Yeah.
I could see it, yeah.
They predicted that last year, but I could see that happening this year
see
with
it.
double-digit touchdowns.
I don't think they're going to be good enough for that. I don't think the offense is going to be able to sustain that.
I think David Johnson
be great for
I don't think that'll happen.
I think it will be a struggle and it will be hard to watch, but I think DJ's still going to put up the numbers you need.
Really?
Yeah,
Russ
put up
triple
1,000
doubles
every
like
game,
that?
and the Thunder don't win much.
You think you can put up 1,000 and like not be efficient?
No, he'll be like semi-efficient,
You
but
said it's
it'll
going to be
be
rough to watch. What do you mean?
because it's only going to be him picking up like 4 or 5 yards, like a carry, or like 5 yards receptions, or whatever he's going to do. They're going to be small plays, and it's going to be a slower paced offense, I think.
I think that's the opposite direction they're trying to go with a guy like Kyler Murray, someone who's explosive and still has that playmaking style.
I don't know if that'll be like effective right away.
That's
I don't
not
know.
gonna
I don't know.
immediately.
I don't know if he'll be NFL ready right away.
This coach, they took him with the 1 pick. Like, I feel like they see something in him. I don't know if he'll start right away, but I think the second he touches the field, he'll be a threat at least.
Way better than whoever
Josh
else is
Rosen.
going to play. Yeah.
I don't know why anyone believes Cliff Kingsbury can do good with the team when he was fired by his college team after posting a below 500 record in his career. Like, why is that conducive to NFL success with a rookie quarterback that he's never played with?
I don't know.
It's a fair point.
I think it's just playmakers. Those two are going to be playmakers for them. That's why they'll be better.
Creative offensive mind and just utilize them the right way. I guess they have to go that direction.
Especially for their skill set.
Kyler Murray's going to have... Like, if they're going to be really good, it's going to be because of Kyler Murray. But, we'll see, you know.
What receivers do they even have?
They got Fitz and Christian Kirk's in his second year.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at some of
He's
his
not
stats.
a wide receiver fairly early in this draft.
That's what I was gonna say. They
In,
drafted
the
one, I
second
think.
round.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christian Kirk was really good at like the post route. He had high success rate, 80%.
If there's one thing that we know about Kyler Murray is that his post route is better than anyone else in the game.
Deep analytics from Walsh right now.
Deep analytics.
They drafted
That's
Andy
everything that's
Isabella
passing.
in the second round.
Andy
this
Isabella.
year.
Where is he
Okay.
from? I'm sorry, I
not
don't know
sure.
if it said that. Yeah.
Doesn't.
Damn it.
Oh, hopski on that.
Right.
All right, so yeah, Andy Isabella attended University of Massachusetts.
Okay,
Oh,
It's
interesting.
a storied program.
interesting.
But they drafted offensive talent early in this draft, so I think that just shows they're really trying to jumpstart this offense. And this is going to be as good of an opportunity as DJ is going to get.
I think, yeah,
Recently.
exactly. I agree with that. And
And he's still young. He's not
Yeah.
like past his prime
Oh, yeah, he
at
can-
all.
the only thing is his injuries have really affected him.
He
You
had
know, That's
what
the
he
only
broke
thing.
his arm. What was he dealing with last year? Not a lot.
he broke his arm, but then he came off an ACL injury, wasn't it, or his MCL or something the year
It
before?
was just a sprain.
Oh,
wasn't
was it?
anything
Yeah.
major.
Oh, breaking news. The Jets hired Joe Douglas as their GM, who was on the Eagles.
There we go.
Hot
Let's
off
take time for
group
that.
chat.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of him on Twitter. It was Joe Douglas at Eagles camp, and then it said saying his goodbyes, like, and I didn't think that was real, but dope.
Seems
I'll
true.
take that. Yeah. So defensively for the Cardinals, they added
Suggs.
Terrell Suggs, but he's getting old.
He's like 35.
Patty P wanted to get traded, and he actually got suspended
He got
for PEDs.
suspended.
Yep.
How many games? 6 games?
I think it was 4. I think it got
No, I think
reduced
it
to 4.
was-
Was it 6?
Oh, was it reduced?
Because someone else got suspended and they didn't reduce it. I don't know. I forget who it was. That's something to
Yeah.
look up.
I don't
Whatever it
know,
is.
It's so weird that Patrick Peterson would do PEDs. He's still young and he's like the best corner in the league.
Is he
I don't
young
know.
though? How old is he now?
He's not. He's definitely not 30.
You don't think?
No.
I thought he was
That's
30.
pretty old
He's-
for a cornerback.
He's getting close to it, though.
Well, Charles Woodson played until he was like 38.
Yeah, but he was
I think he's
really
more of an
good.
outlier
Yeah,
in football.
definitely.
Yeah.
Do you guys think other
He's
than like
28.
oh he's 28?
28.
Yeah.
So he's
Do you-
he's approaching, but
Do you-
still has years left in him.
Do you think other than David Johnson, like anyone's gonna have fantasy relevance this year?
Yeah, probably Kyler Murray.
Kyler
think-
could
Yeah.
from
You think he'll be a streamer?
rushing touchdowns.
Oh yeah,
Or, like-
yards.
Think he'll get drafted?
Kyler? No, I think he'll be a waiver wire pickup.
Probably.
Yeah, I think you could plug him in if you have your main quarterback on a buy-in. I think he'll produce like 17,
Yeah.
It depends if
17
he.
to 20.
It depends if he
Interesting.
starts week 1. If Kyler Murray's going towards our draft, if Kyler Murray's gonna start, you might want to draft him.
Who's
Take
the other
shot.
guy?
I expect him to be what Baker was last year.
I agree.
fantasy-wise. You know what I
They still
mean?
have
Like,
Sam Bradford.
He's gonna
I don't
be
think
way
he's gonna-
better.
No, Sam
He's gonna be
Bradford
way
got
more
released
electric.
last season.
I think the Browns had way
Kyler
more.
Murray can run better than Baker Mayfield.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Way better.
He is very fast.
yeah, but Baker didn't start out with great numbers. Like fantasy wise, he wasn't at like he was putting points on the board for them and stuff, but he wasn't great.
He threw a lot of
fantasy-wise.
touchdowns.
But Kyler Murray will be fantasy relevant because he's gonna get rushing yards.
Baker had so many
That's
weapons
huge.
though. Kyler doesn't have.
And
Yeah,
Baker
that's
started
Josh.
picking it up once
Help.
their schedule got really easy as well.
He did, yeah.
So
Everyone
in,
saw
in
that
good
coming.
matchups. Kyler
Yeah,
Murray
he came in against the
definitely-
Jets. Like
Yeah.
that's the best introduction to NFL football as you can get.
Yeah, lucky guy.
All right, so what are we thinking for the record of the Cardinals? Let's go with their MVP.
Okay.
Oh
DJ.
wait, did you want to say something?
No, I was just wondering if like any wide receivers will have relevance.
No, no shot. I'm not drafting.
I mean, did we want to touch more on their defense? We didn't really talk about it, but there's no really
That's
on the defense.
the worst defense in the league.
Okay, so we'll just skip right over it.
Yeah. Fine.
But so I think the MVP for the team is going to be David Johnson.
No question.
I agree.
Mhm.
So
No
I think that.
question.
What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, consensus there for the first one.
I don't think any of them will be great though. I don't think David Johnson's gonna be that good.
Yeah, but
I
for
think
the
he'll have at
team,
least
like
a
yeah,
few.
Yeah.
I think
their
he'll be the most
valuable.
productive. Yeah, out
He'll
of
be
the
their
team.
most valuable.
I think he's first round pick potential.
Oh yeah.
So, oh really, David Johnson?
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
For sure. It's like the same thing with Saquon Barkley. David Johnson's like Saquon doesn't have as good as a quarterback as David Johnson's gonna have.
We don't know that yet.
True.
Like draft status wise, yeah. Kyler Murray was the first pick. Daniel
Johnny
Jones was
Manziel
like 13.
was in the first round.
Yeah, but that was the Browns. Okay, let's not talk about that.
Yeah,
Josh
see,
Rosen was.
We're getting off topic here, so
If
let's
we want
just
to talk about the Cardinals.
let's talk about the Cardinals' record. What do we think is going to happen this year for them?
I think they're gonna have a bad season.
4-12.
Probably somewhere around 3-13.
5-11.
I'm with 4-12.
I like 4-12 too.
Yeah.
All right, so done with the Cardinals there.
Yeah.
We'll head on to the Rams now. What do you guys think of the Rams this year? I know Todd Gurley's been a question with his knee. You guys think it's a problem going into the season?
Coming off a Super Bowl
I mean,
loss.
we saw what their backup running back could do when Todd Gurley wasn't playing like any snaps. So I think as an offense, they're still going to play very similar to how they have been the past few years. And the running back, who's ever starting there, is going to be extremely valuable. All three of those receivers have fantasy value. Like, they're going to be a good team again, like, for sure.
Yeah, great offensive-minded coach. Obviously,
Amazing.
brought them to the Super Bowl last year, but I don't know if Todd Gurley's fantasy value is going to be where it was last year.
Oh, no shot.
Like,
It's
are
just
they?
questionable.
Yeah.
Like, his knee is just so questionable.
Yeah, we can't safely say at this point that Todd Gurley's going to be the same player because everything's so up in the air. Maybe towards like training camp and preseason, he'll just be working the same workload that he had the past few years, and then we'll all be like, all right, well, he's Todd Gurley, he's going to do Todd Gurley things, and then that'll be fine. But until we see that he's being used as he has been used in the past, then we just don't know, and that's scary.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to see how he plays and base it off that. What the coaches say, the reports about him.
Yeah.
Pay attention to those closer to draft day.
He'll be a top fantasy option whenever he's going to play, though. He'll be I think he'll be ranked in the top, like, 5-ish if he plays every week, I think.
Yeah, if he
Yeah.
plays every week, but that's the question.
Like, not...
Well, he could
that's not
play
what I
every
meant,
week,
like-
but is he going to get the workload that we expect from Todd Gurley?
I don't know, maybe.
Probably not. They traded up to draft Darrell Henderson in the 3rd round this year. I think it just shows that even they don't know as an organization about Todd Gurley and his knee.
How do you guys
So,
feel about Darrell Henderson?
I think he's the backup. If Todd Gurley's not playing, Darrell Henderson could be like an RB1 this year.
So I'm going to say right now, if you draft Todd Gurley at any point in your draft, you have to draft his backup
Early.
in the draft.
Yeah.
Need that handcuff.
You
Or
need that handcuff.
Even if you don't draft Todd Gurley, just
Steal that
Yeah,
handcuff.
Steal him.
But that's the only way you could really feel at
Like
least
the
more
D'Angelo
comfortable.
Williams situation with Lev.
Yeah, you'd have to draft him more.
If you
sooner.
went early with Todd Gurley, you would have to get the backup early as well.
Yeah,
Right.
Yep.
for sure.
Like, 8th round.
And someone
Yeah.
might snag him before
Yeah.
then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
someone
but-
might even snag him.
Yeah, you have to be sure about Todd Gurley and what you have to be
I wonder
really
what
sure about what you're expecting from him and if he's going to do that for you. And if you're not sure, then stay away from it. Honestly,
I wonder what Darrell Henderson's average draft position is right now.
It's probably so low.
You think?
Yeah.
yeah.
How am I going to find
It's
it?
not fine. But again, on the offensive side of the ball, Jared Goff has come a long way since being drafted into the league. Brought the team to the Super Bowl last year, playing at a very high level. I think his rookie year, when they had Jeff Fisher, I think he led the league in interceptions or something. And then to see where he was now this past year, I think he's going to come back and have another big year
Yeah,
and only
threw
get
that.
better.
Probably.
4,688 yards, 32 touchdowns, 12 picks.
Is that real?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It says Darrell Henderson is
It's the 6'11 right now.
80
Draft. 6th round. Back of the 6th.
Yeah.
6'11 is the 6th
In a
round.
12-man league. So,
It would probably be
8th round.
mid 7, early 8
Yeah.
for a 10-man.
yeah.
That's probably why I'm staying away from Todd Gurley this year. You're going to
Wow,
get too
that's
many
crazy.
games where he's just in question.
Yep.
I'm not comfortable with him.
Do we know where that kid was from?
Darrell
That's the one they
Henderson?
drafted, you said?
He went to Memphis.
Memphis. Okay.
Another storied program.
Okay. I mean, yeah,
So
no, they
rich
haven't had any
in
talent
history.
in a long time.
Yeah,
Who was the
Chris,
latest
thank you.
bust?
I got
There was a quarterback from there who was garbage. I don't even remember his name.
Memphis?
Never mind.
You can't ask for names of
No,
violence.
just let's forget. Move on.
I remember who it was though. I
Stupid.
think
I don't even know. He was on the Broncos. I don't even know.
Paxton
what-
Lynch.
Yeah, Paxton Lynch.
Oh, really? He was in Memphis? Oh.
Yeah.
It's funny.
flop.
Yeah, garbage. What do you think, guys? What do you guys think about the wide receivers?
What team are we talking about?
The Rams.
All right, so they
Who's their
have
number one out of the three? Who do you think's
Robert
the number one?
Woods.
Robert Woods is the number one. You
Yeah.
think he's proven himself as the
Yeah,
number
Robert
one? No?
Woods. That's my number one ranked Rams wide receiver.
I mean, at this point,
Sorry.
I feel as though Brandon Cooks is only a deep threat down the field, which is all they really do.
I'm so torn because like Robert Woods had the best season last year, but like Cooper Kupp was the best in his like stretch he had. But then at the same time, I think Brandon Cooks is like the most likely to have a solid season again. I'm just so torn. I have no
Robert
idea.
Woods had 130 targets for 86 receptions, 1,219 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
It's a great
Brandon
season.
Cooks had 117 targets for 80 receptions, 1,204 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Jesus.
Damn.
One
So
more touchdown.
they are 15 yards apart
That's crazy.
Yeah.
and 6 catches
What was
apart.
Cooper Kupp?
Cooper Kupp went off when he was
Cooper Kupp,
playing.
Crazy.
Nah, he didn't play like most of the season. His numbers aren't going to be that great.
You just
That
got
guy, come on.
laptop.
Coop
Yeah.
Cup he played 8 games, started 8. He had 556 yards receiving and 6 receiving touchdowns, 14.2 yards
Solid
per
touchdowns.
catch, 70.8 yards per game.
Wow, that's like a pace for like 12 touchdowns and like over 1,000
Yeah,
yards.
Brandon
That's
Cooks had
a good touch- that's a good season.
75.3 yards a game. Robert Woods had 76.2 yards a game. So it's spread out very evenly.
It's crazy. Yeah, I
All
have
I
no
mean,
idea.
and they all get fed if you think about it. Like they all get their touches,
Everybody on
especially
that
when they're
team.
healthy.
All their playmakers get their touches.
But you think there's a world where all of them can
Can succeed
sustain
together.
a successful fantasy season?
Depends on how good the offense is. Do you believe in the offense?
But
'Cause
that
I do.
a lot of that
Not that
offense
much.
relied on Todd Gurley's shoulders last year.
Yeah, but we saw in like the playoffs that like C.J. Anderson wasn't doing bad for them last year. When he had to
True.
play, he played and played well.
True.
So it could just be the system with like those many weapons in the wide receiver group. They're gonna have to play more pass defense, so it opens up room for the running back. So I think who's ever on that team is gonna be fantasy relevant in like all the major positions you want, except the tight end.
Yeah.
Who is that tight end?
Yeah, who's the
Tyler Higbee.
Tyler Higbee.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
that guy?
I remember he was relevant
What's
a couple
his-
weeks.
Yeah.
Not even.
Looking on to the defensive side of the ball.
Lost Sue.
Lost Sue.
Lost.
Aaron Donald is the greatest thing to ever touch the planet.
Oh my god. he's
Yeah,
so
he's
good.
amazing.
Did you see that one video of him on Instagram or Twitter, whatever, the
With
other
the
day?
feet.
With
Fast feet.
That's horrifying.
What drill was that?
That was just like get through the line. I don't even know, man. But he, what is it, like 5 bags? He got his
Yeah.
both feet in and out quicker than running backs do it.
I couldn't even see his legs. There was just a
And-
blur like Scooby
Yeah.
Doo.
He's close to 300 pounds.
Yeah, it looked like the video was in fast forward.
I thought that too at first, but he's just horrifying.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yo, the current ADP for Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, and Cooper Kupp are 405 Brandon Cooks, 409 Robert Woods, and 411 Cooper Kupp.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
They're just all right
Yeah,
there.
they're all right there.
I favor Robert Woods though personally.
That's so rough.
In my mind, I just think of Brandon Cooks as just a better option, though. for
He's
some
been
reason.
so consistent over the years. It's been nuts.
Cooks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consistently up and down.
Yeah.
Not really.
His
Yeah.
numbers at the end of the season are consistent. It's week to week that there's the
Yeah.
inconsistency.
Mm.
Yeah.
For sure. It's definitely boom or bust games.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing you would get with Goff.
Yeah, I don't think any of us had him.
I did.
Oh.
He was boom or bust.
Yeah, your team was bad too.
It was average.
All right, snapping back into it here.
I want to look up something cool about Brandon Cooks, but I'm not going to do it.
He's not a very cool guy, Brandon Cooks.
Anything we want to talk about in particular with the Rams offense, other than those guys?
They're amazing. That's
They're-
all you gotta know.
I think they're gonna,
Other than
and I think it's just gonna
The
show
6 skill players we talked about.
if Todd Gurley doesn't play or get the carries that he's been used to getting. I think we're gonna see this year that Jared Goff's really the guy for that offense.
Yeah. Over the past 4 years, Brandon Cooks has finished as the wide receiver 14, wide receiver 9, wide receiver 12, and wide receiver 13. So, I can definitely.
You know what you're getting.
You know he's
You
gonna
know
be
what
up
you're
there,
getting,
you
yeah.
know?
But the weeks that like he plays, it's always up and down weeks.
Well, then you'll just have to look at the matchup for that.
Yeah.
You have to be a good owner.
yeah, no,
You can't,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
you can't blame the player for you having to take responsibility as an owner.
But
Rob-
it sucks for like his ADP drafting somebody that high and
Yeah.
not being able to play them every single week.
Yeah.
It's
But,
just
I mean,
annoying.
Well, Woods has been less
50% of the
consistent
time
over
you're
his
going to be
career.
happy.
yeah, literally 50% of the time you'll be happy.
Yeah, and Robert Woods, he's been in the NFL since 2013.
Yeah.
He's finished
He's on
as
the
the wide
Bills.
receiver 60, 45, 59, 69, 32, and last year the 10. So, that might be a fluke.
That was,
It might be a new
I mean,
offense.
it was
That was
Probably
like
a new
the
offense.
first year he was in
But,
that offense,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It was like the first full season, I believe.
Yeah.
I think he got traded
Yeah,
2 seasons ago.
so. Yeah,
All right.
we can move on.
So we have faith in the
Uh,
system.
The MVP.
MVP of the Rams. I'm gonna go with Jared Goff because I think, like I just said, I think he's gonna prove that this is his offense this year. He's got to feed those 3 receivers, and without Todd Gurley, they're gonna need to rely on him. So that's my pick.
I'm going to go with, this is going to be very controversial. I'm just going to go with the running back position on that team.
That's not.
I'm going to have to do it. It's like who's ever going to be the guy in that running back position is just going to have a good year or a good game. It's just how it's going to be. They rely so heavily on their running game that they just need the running back. I think without the running back, it's going to hurt them. So I think it's just the most invaluable position to them.
So most valuable position is running back.
Yeah.
Hart, what do you got?
I'll take Goff. I just think he's
Goff.
got
Yeah,
to just do well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley.
You think?
I believe in the man.
Pretty bold. I'm gonna
Oh,
say
yeah.
bold.
Yeah.
But
You know what? You can say bold. You can say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
gotcha. Jay, what do you got?
Is this a fantasy MVP or just
I was
team
just
MVP?
team MVP.
I'd probably say like Aaron Donald then.
Aaron Donald. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't think about that.
I think the defense has to lock it down this year if they're gonna be if they're gonna go to another Super Bowl. So
What are we thinking record-wise for the Rams?
I'll start it off with 12-4.
12-4,
13-3.
13-3. I'm gonna say
11.
They're gonna be
14-2.
nice.
I'm saying 11-5.
I'll
I
say
think they're gonna have a
12-4.
good year.
Yep.
All right, sounds good to me.
What did you say, Jay?
What?
What'd you say?
For what? The record?
Yeah.
13-3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
It's okay. Happens sometimes.
All right, so
Thank
we'll
you.
head right into the Niners here. I know we touched upon them a little bit in some past talks, but
Yeah.
again, another team that had a pretty high draft pick. Number 2 took Nick Bosa. Someone to really set the tone for their defense. And they have Jimmy G coming off an ACL injury for the offense. You think he'll come back and do things for the team, or you think he's just a fluke?
They paid him to.
Yeah, but what does that mean? We know that could just be nothing.
I mean, the
Is he
most
gonna produce
he's
with the
been
money?
good has been over a 5-game stretch because that's the longest he's played consistently at the starting quarterback position. I think he's got the talent too. Obviously, it's hard to tell when you have an ACL injury like Teddy. Bridgewater was never the same after his injury, but he doesn't really rely on moving as much as Teddy did, and he's got a strong arm, so I think he'll be fine.
I think he's got weapons, a lot of weapons to help him.
And they
He does
got
have a lot of weapons.
Debo Samuel in the second round, wide receiver out of South Carolina.
Like I said, a lot of weapons.
I mean, one name to talk about here is George Kittle, who had a beast year last year.
Yeah,
Obviously, some people could argue that he's their number 1 fantasy tight end going
he's my
into the
number
year.
1 fantasy tight end.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Remember that episode that we did?
Mm-hmm.
Episode 5.
Sounds
Go
like a
check it
play.
out.
Yeah, go
Go
check
back
it out.
and listen if you haven't.
If you haven't listened,
Quality
start
stuff.
listening.
Why
But
don't you listen?
I'm trying to plug the product, man.
I know, I'm just fucking around. But
What are you saying?
yeah, George Kittle. You think he's gonna get the rock from Jimmy G?
Yeah, they're gonna.
I mean,
what they're
he was
gonna have to
putting
do.
up. Yeah, he was putting up numbers with scrubs all season last year.
Yep.
And I think if you give him a solid quarterback in Jimmy G, he's just going to continue to produce.
Yeah, definitely.
At a high rate.
I'd take him over some receivers.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
So
or most
like
receivers.
We're probably going to like the 4th round. I don't know his exact ADP, but it's probably
the third.
He's
Yeah,
the 306
That's
right now.
crazy.
Yeah.
dang.
High
I
just
think
shit.
is fair. I don't think that's a stretch to say that he could go in the 3rd round.
There's such a drop off in tight ends that it also just has to be like there has to be a good solid 3 guys that go in those
Yeah,
rounds.
there are a few people more valuable than the elite tier tight ends in the draft.
Mm-hmm. At the running back position, they got Tevin Coleman,
Yep.
and they got Jerick McKinnon coming back as well, right? He got hurt
And
last year.
Matt Breida.
Matt Breida.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's going to be a full committee.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Oh,
but I
100%.
think they're
Lots of
prepared to
dudes.
run that. I think
So
that's the way
I
they
don't think that's going to lead to any fantasy relevance for any particular running back.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to pick one, I guess Tevin Coleman. He's the only one.
He's
He's
the shiny new toy.
a shiny new toy. Hasn't been injured. He's not. I mean, Matt Breida's literally made of glass, and then Jerick McKinnon's coming off an ACL. So
Yeah.
see
You're not
what
gonna
happens.
be confident going into the season with any of them as like a flex or anything. You don't
Right.
want that. Yeah, they're gonna be on your bench, and you're gonna wait for one of them to get hurt, and then maybe you can start one of them. But
One
until
of them
then,
will get hurt.
probably they all did last year. So
Yeah.
They did.
at receiver, they got Dante Pettis.
But before we talk about that, who would you guys rank your number 1 option in that backfield right now?
Tevin Coleman, and then I would say Jerick McKinnon over Matt Breida.
skill wise or like fantasy wise.
Fantasy wise.
Oh,
I think it all. That's what I'm saying.
honestly, Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah, I'm with that too.
You think he's the number 1 guy?
Yeah, they invested a lot of money in him 2 years ago. Well, a year ago, right? At this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was a big deal when that happened, and he was what was his ADP last year? Like 3rd round.
Yeah,
He
he
was-
was
He
Jurassic
was
Park.
flying off the board. So.
But he was the only guy there at the time.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It's obviously a sticky situation, but I like his value in the 8th round more than I like Tevin Coleman in the 6th. So
Yeah.
I agree with that.
late
Yes,
8th round.
Receiver wise, they got Dante Pettis, who's going in the 8th round.
Yeah, I like Dante Pettis a lot. He was
I don't know, man.
a
Isn't he the
freak
one
last
with
year.
like purple hair or some shit?
Yeah, dude, he's a freak.
Yeah, he's pretty good at football.
Yeah,
and
he's
with an
awesome,
actual
dude.
quarterback, like,
I
it's
mean,
only
all
going
the
to help him.
best players have weird hair.
I could see him being like the next Wes Welker kind of guy.
Really?
Like I think he's a stud.
He's a slot guy
He was
or a deep threat.
I'm not too sure.
What was his favorite routes?
I don't know. You want me to look it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk
I
about
mean,
something else, and
You know,
I'll find it.
How's his post looking?
I don't know if he's on here.
Another guy on that team, Marquise Goodwin. What do you think of Marquise Goodwin this year? He's been there for a while.
He'll be fine.
It's a
He'll be
late
decent.
round flyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He's had trouble staying healthy, and I don't think that it's gonna be any better this year.
hmm
Late round flyer.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
mean, or a guy you can pick up and keep on your bench for a rainy day.
I think a lot of the offense is going to be from the running backs, out of the backfield, and then a lot of George Kittle. I think they see what he can do now after last year, and I think they're going to utilize him a lot this year.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be a beast.
He's going to get
And Debo
such a-
Samuel's gonna get some use because they got him in the 2nd.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
another young
A
talent
lot
that
to
could
look
add to
forward
that team.
to.
Dante Pettis is he ran the 9 route, which is like the straight go route, 15% of the time, which is this has it as red, but I feel like that's pretty good for most receivers. And he had 50% success rate, which isn't. I don't know.
So like one,
I can't
one
get
and
much
two.
from these percentages,
So
so
that's like
we should move along.
7.5% of the time you catch the ball out of the 9 rep.
All right, so
So take
let's-
that as you will.
So we want to touch upon the defense, or really is it just Nick Bosa over there?
Yeah, they're not going to be fantasy relevant, and it's
who's their
definitely
big
the weak
boy?
point of the team.
Defensive tackle, he's good. Their D tackle,
Yeah.
he's good. Their,
They have a good D tackle.
their defensive tackle is good.
No, they do.
Thanks.
The defensive tackle for the 49ers
One of the two.
is
Is it the left one or the right one?
He is one of them. And he is.
So
Let me tell you about this guy.
Right.
DeForest.
Well, it's not like
DeForest
a side,
Buckner,
but one
yeah.
plays on the left
DeForest
and one
Buckner.
plays on the right.
He's good.
Ah,
They also got D Ford
1 and 2.
Oh, they got
It's a
D4?
one.
and Quan Alexander.
I'm not.
So they got some names on their defense.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
It's nothing great. I don't
I
think
mean,
That's a
think it's
solid.
amazing.
It's a solid.
with Nick
at the very
Bosa,
least.
like they got some good names.
They have guys that can make plays, but
Yeah.
what are we thinking for MVP of the team?
George Kittle.
George Kittle. I agree with that.
Yeah. I would agree with that as well.
I want to
I-
say Jimmy
no, I-
G.
I'll take Jimmy G.
Yeah, I want to take Jimmy G because I think if they're gonna be successful, it's gonna be on him,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and yeah, he's gonna be the MVP if they're gonna be something. So
I like George Kittle this year.
Kyle Juszczyk is also a factor on that team.
is he?
He is.
How
He's
many
the best
touchdowns did he have
fullback in
last
the
year?
league.
Let me look it up.
Sorry.
Well, not
Because
touchdowns.
he'll pop up every once in a while.
He's just another guy to vulture touchdowns from that three-headed monster that's already a mess.
Oh my
So,
God, yeah.
But last year he
Forget.
had.
If you say 0, I'm gonna be a little
No,
upset.
he didn't. He had. What am I looking at here? He had 1 receiving touchdown. And
0
he,
rushing.
No, he catches receptions. He had 324
Yeah,
yards.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did have one big run, I think.
Yeah, that was weird. I remember that.
So keep an eye out for Kyle Juszczyk.
For a big play from Kyle Juszczyk, maybe you can stream him 1 week this year.
If you're
We'll see.
absolutely in the biggest hole of your life.
What are we thinking with the record with the Niners this year?
5 and 11.
5-11,
Yeah.
8-8.
7-9.
6-10.
8-8.
Nice.
Jay, you gotta change it.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, going into our final team here, we got the Seahawks.
All
Touch
right.
upon them a little bit in some past episodes, but I think the main guy we got to talk about is Russell Wilson.
Got his money.
Got his money.
He did.
QB1. I know you guys said, I forget who said it, but you think they're going to be, I think, yeah, it was Jay now, I think of it. Strictly run offense now?
Yeah, well, not strictly, but run heavy.
Run heavy, and then let Russ occasionally chuck it up in every now and then?
Yeah, he'll throw the deep
Give
ball.
it a DK?
I mean, he was
That'll be
tied.
efficient.
He was tied for 3rd in the league in passing touchdowns last year.
All on efficiency. Look at the completions.
Completion percentage 65.
Now look at the completions.
What do you mean? Oh, the completions.
Look how many completions he had.
420. Yeah, that's significantly lower than like Matt Ryan also threw 35. He threw 608 attempts.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson threw 427.
The
attempts.
efficiency was through the roof last year. That's
Absolutely.
why he was good. I don't think the efficiency is going to stay like that. I do believe they're also going to be a run-heavy offense, so I would not draft Russell Wilson this year for my Week 1 starter.
Yeah, no way. I don't think he's going to be reliable at all.
Exactly.
He'll have big weeks, but
Like
Russell
streamable
Wilson-
weeks.
Yeah.
But not Week
Well,
1
he also
starting
didn't
material.
have Doug Baldwin last year, and
He's not
He's
gonna
not
have
gonna
that.
have
but
him.
they brought in DK Metcalf, who could be a big player for that team.
Yeah, but they're not going to pass a lot, so it doesn't matter.
What do you guys think of Chris Carson heading into the season?
Ooh, in one of our mocks, I believe I took him. So, I mean, for his value, I think it's all right, but I would like to get closer to the season towards draft day to really understand who's going to be the starter there.
Yeah.
Because if it is Chris Carson, then he's going to be like a high-value pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to get a sense of what that split's going to be like. Like, I want to hear what Pete Carroll has to say about Rashad Penny's workload,
Exactly.
you know? So that's going to be a big impact on
They drafted him pretty high last year, didn't they?
Yeah,
Rashad Penny?
first
Yeah.
round.
First round.
first
Oh,
round
it was
pick.
First round.
No,
Yep. Yeah, they definitely have plans for him. So,
He just showed up fat to training camp. He pulled a...
Well, that happened to Eddie Lacy, and
Yeah.
look where he is.
Yeah, he pulled an Eddie Lacy.
He was on the Seahawks at one point.
Yeah.
it
They
says,
love fat running backs.
Yeah.
it says Rashad Penny slimmed down.
Hell
So
yeah.
that's what you like to hear from your running backs.
Exactly.
No, it is. They
No,
usually
yeah,
get
that's
better
exactly
when
what
they
you
when they lose weight.
Definitely.
Unlike your boy Derrick Henry, who just gets bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah, but he's slim thick.
It's like CJ.
He's a snack. But who's
Well, yeah,
who's
Chris
their tight
Carson.
end?
Nobody good.
Seahawks.
Nobody good. No one fantasy
Luke
relevant.
Wilson.
Luke Wilson? No, he hasn't been on the team in so long.
Oh yeah, remember that dude that went off in the beginning of the season last year?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He got hurt, I think.
Yeah, he got hurt pretty early.
I think I had
Oh, and Ed Dixon.
Ed Dixon. I
Yeah.
knew it was something Dixon. Dick, I didn't know it.
Are they on the
Red
team?
Dixon.
Are they on the team still?
I have no idea, dude. Like
No
we said, if Russ is throwing the ball, I don't think it's. They don't have Jimmy there anymore. There's no real like huge guy they can just yell to anymore. Tyler Lockett's not a really big receiver.
Maybe DK Metcalf.
He's a
Maybe
deep threat.
DK.
I think Pete Carroll actually recently just said that he really is like looking forward to Tyler Lockett this year, and he said
Yeah.
that he's looking like a number one receiver.
I can see
So
it.
I think, taking a shot at him, I think at his ADP he's a pretty good value. I think if they actually start to use Russell Wilson and throw the ball, then he can produce.
Definitely.
We'll have to see.
I think he's gonna need. Well, he actually, Tyler Lockett won't need that many targets to go off because he's just his yards per catch is crazy and he's just a big play guy. So yeah, he could have a similar season again, but he could also be boom or bust, you know. So
You want to talk about the defense?
They just traded. What was his name?
Cliff Averill.
No, they traded to the Chiefs. I think it was
Someone's got to look that
Frank
up.
Clark.
Frank Clark, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted him to go to the Colts. Imagine that. That would have been huge.
That would have been amazing.
But
I wish they did anything in free agency. But we'll
they
talk
just
about
traded
that later.
Frank Clark.
Earl Thomas is gone.
Earl Thomas is gone now.
the Legion of Boom dissolved.
I think Bobby Wagner's
That whole
the
team
only
is just
one
not what it
who's
used to be,
left
man.
Yeah.
Of the
Wagner's-
Legion era.
Oh yeah.
Russ was a rookie back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was his rookie in like first 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that's when he blew up.
Damn. The good old days.
Hate to see the demise of a
Yeah.
of a Super Bowl franchise, but oh well.
Yeah, they're
By
on,
Marshawn
they're on the
Lynch.
dance as a
Marshawn was the man, but
He carried them.
who do we think is going to be MVP of the Seahawks this year?
Wait. How do you think DK Metcalf can step into to fantasy relevance?
Potentially on touchdowns. Depends on
Touchdowns?
how terrible the running game is for them.
Yeah.
I think if DK Metcalf is going to be fantasy relevant, it's going to be strictly for touchdowns.
Where did you take him? Like, what round?
Late flyer.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it would
late
be
flyer.
like a
12.
late flyer for sure.
11, 12,
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, right now he's going in the late 8th round.
really.
I wouldn't
Well,
draft
for that's
him there.
for 12.
Yeah, everything I'm saying is 12 man.
Yeah.
We play 10 man, so this is completely
And usually
irrelevant.
kickers go in
Well,
the
No,
some,
it's like-
some listeners might be 12 men, so it might be
Yeah.
relevant to them.
A lot
Yeah,
of
but
it.
10 man.
That's like the
versus
standard.
I don't respect the 12-man league.
Yeah, we're just kind of using it because we're lazy.
Like 8-man's the best league.
But anyway, so you guys
Yeah.
want to talk about the MVP of the Seahawks? Who do
Yeah,
you guys
sure.
think? I
gotta
think
be
it's going to be Russ, yeah.
It has to be Russ.
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
Yeah. It's got to be Russ.
It's got to be Russ. He's got to be the guy. Where do you think
he
they
is the
go?
guy. He's getting the money, so.
He's getting all the money, so he's got to do all the things,
Yep.
all the tricks.
He better.
8-8.
9-7.
9-7.
6-10.
They always pull out a good record. 11-5. They'll go to the playoffs.
You think they'll make the playoffs? I don't know, man. This is a weird year for them, I think.
No, I think they're going to be right in the middle of the pack.
I think they're going to be average. But,
They always go off in the end of the season. I feel like they'll do it again.
Probably.
They're such a
Russell-
different team.
Yeah, they're such a
Yeah,
different
exactly.
team and they come alive.
Carroll, like,
Russ puts his heart into that shit, that's why. But,
nah, it's the coach.
You think it's Pete Carroll? Pete Carroll sucks.
Pete Carroll's
He's
awesome.
not a
Pete
great
Carroll still thinks Marshawn Lynch is on the team. Like he's sitting there just chewing. He's
He's
like
trying to find Marshawn Lynch.
chewing that gum. But I think that wraps it up for this one, guys. I think that wraps it up for the NFC.
Yes.
It does?
So that was our last NFC
Goes so
episode.
fast.
Wow.
Hopefully we'll get another. We'll start the AFC soon. We'll get an episode out so you guys can hear that. But other than that, thanks for listening, guys, and peace out.
Peace out.
See ya.
Later.
Is my lip still fat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of you is so fat.